Hello, everybody. I should have brought a new shirt so people would think it's a different day.
Oh, well, darn it.
It is. I just wore this 2 days in a row. Hello, everybody. I am Molly Gebler. I am the president of the Chagrin Falls proud president of the Chagrin Falls Merchant Association. And this is another episode of our one-on-one with our merchants. And I am here. First of all, cheers to everybody. This is coconut dark chocolate.
Ooh,
yeah.
It tastes like
Vinegar.
an Almond Joy.
Vinegar, right? Vinegar.
Yeah, balsamic vinegar.
Oh my gosh, that's the way you start an interview. Am I wrong? Am I right? This is Carolyn, and we are here at the Olive Scene.
We are.
And we go back way far.
We do.
I want to say 19, well, let me think. Samantha was born in 92. So it would be like maybe 2000 and...
Would have been early
well,
2000.
Emily,
yeah.
well, no, because Emily was born in 97. It was like 2 years after that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 98, 99, 2000.
I was going to say
yeah.
I joined in 97. So
that's a long time.
Long time.
Long time. So we used to be in Mary Kay together.
Yes.
We were little Mary Kay friends. So that's it. And then all of a sudden, I'm the chamber director, and you're here as one of my members. And now, umpteen years later, I'm with the Merchant Association, and here we are again.
Yes.
But you, my friend,
yes.
are just climbing up the ladder.
I am.
And you are in a different role here at the Olive Scene.
I am now the operations manager for the Olive Scene, so I get to buy the products that you see in our stores.
I love it. You used to be with Toys R Us for a long
25 years.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. So retail, that's your passion. That's your thing.
I did go to school. I went to Kent State for fashion merchandising and business management.
Okay.
So when I graduated from college, I went right into management, assistant management with the Gap, and then moved over to the RS organization. And that was my second job, basically, out of college.
Okay.
And I was with them for 25 years.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
So,
I mean, no one in this world anymore is with anything for 20, not even marriages.
True.
25 years.
Yes.
So the Olive Scene is located literally a spit away from Main Street. I could spit on Main Street. There is plenty of parking. There is no disruption, as I've mentioned in every video, from the bridge construction. Chagrin Falls is open, y'all.
We
I
are.
say that. I don't know why I say y'all, but I do, and I like it, and I'm going to keep saying it. And the Olive Scene is literally in the Step North building. When you go out the door, there's Huntington Bank in front of us, and if you take a right, it's Main Street. So you're in the heart of downtown Chagrin Falls.
We are.
What do you sell here?
We specialize in pure, fresh pressed, extra virgin olive oil and aged balsamic vinegars. We have over 50 varieties of oils and vinegars for you to taste and try when you shop with us. Come in, check them out. They come from all over the world. Our oils are sourced both in the Southern Hemisphere and the Northern Hemisphere to allow us to have the freshest available oils that we can get. And that's what we have one importer that we work with who sources them, and we know the chemistry of the olives at the time they're crushed, which also talks to the health of the oil. If
I asked you in 3 words, I know, to describe the Olive Scene, what would that be?
Quality, fresh, delicious.
Perfect. You guys know your stuff. Like, you know why it's aged, how it aged, why it tastes that way. The last time I was here, you shared with me that the lemon vinegar, the balsamic lemon vinegar, if I'm saying that correctly, to add to water is phenomenal. And I do that. And I literally couldn't wait. So there are these little cups. This one is black cherry. There are these little, and black cherry, and of course I never can just have one flavor. I need to do a combo. So this is black cherry and something else, some other kind of berry. So give me a minute. I mean, it literally is like candy. Oh, that's coconut. I'm sorry. That's the other one. Okay. Here we go. It's what you want to do, right? Is sit here and watch me sip. Oh my gosh. But here's the thing, though. The reason I'm doing that is because when you come here, as you can see from behind us, each one of these has little cups right there. You could spend hours here mixing and matching. I don't enjoy shooting the olive oil.
It's okay. We forgive you.
But people do. I mean, you sip it. You have cups by the olive oil. Mm-hmm. This is a very interactive experience here. This isn't just, buying a jar and hoping you like it. Fingers crossed when you get home. You guys teach about recipes and using what they're buying on different products, and what you were in clothing, kids clothing.
Yeah.
What drew you to the olive scene? Why did you come here?
Interestingly, I had tried some olive oil like this at a home party, like Tupperware, but it was olive oil and balsamic. I enjoyed it, but I didn't want to spend the money on shipping. So I started Googling it, and it's funny because the olive scene is literally right down the street from my church. And until I was looking for olive oil and vinegar, I didn't even see the olive scene here. But once I started looking, because I had started cooking with it, and it really makes a difference. What you use, good quality products really make a difference in how your food tastes. You don't have to be great at cooking. Your food will be great because of what you're using.
Yeah.
And I came in here, the young man that was here at the time gave me the little tour, said I could sample. I thought it was a little crazy, even though I had been to a tasting party like that. I'm sure we had food at that type of a home party, but I got a sampler and I went home and I used them. And then I was looking for a job because Babies R Us and Kids R Us and Toys R Us had all closed, and I was unemployed for a little while. And this olive scene popped up on my feed as an open position, so I stopped in, and that was 8 years ago.
Oh my! So you fell in love with the product even before you were a customer?
Yeah, I did, and that it's just such good quality. One of our mottos here at the Olive Scene is working at the Olive Scene is fun. And it is. It's fun to teach customers about the products and how to use the products and the good quality product that they are, as well as the health benefits. Because the balsamics, one of the reasons it's good for you to drink it in your water, it's got good gut health, it's got antioxidants and probiotics. It's very similar to an apple cider vinegar, but a lot easier to drink.
Yes. Trust me.
So
doing another shot.
Adding it to your water. If you find yourself not able to drink your water very well, add a little balsamic in. It also helps level out your blood sugar. So if in the middle of the day you're kind of having that little peak and you're like, I should have some coffee or something, that's adding caffeine. This is no caffeine.
Right.
There's no added sugars to our balsamics. They just help level out your blood sugar so you don't feel that dip anymore. So you can also make it a cocktail. It is now after 5, so we can add them to cocktails. I was expecting that when I arrived. I don't know where my cocktail is. So what would you put? So like if maybe I made a lemon drop, then I could use the lemon. You could use the Sicilian lemon balsamic vinegar.
And what's so fun is that when I got here, one of the, what do you call these things?
The foosties?
The foosties. The metal? That's a foostie.
The metal. Mm-hmm.
One of the foosties were running low. And I said, oh, it's running low. And she said, yeah, because it's fall. It's getting ready to be fall. So I never even thought about seasonal, So you guys rotate seasonally.
Yes.
So you're going to bring an apple and cinnamon and
correct. Black currant comes in. Actually, pineapple, which maybe seems like a summer flavor, actually is a fall flavor for us.
Okay.
So yeah, we do.
Do you get customers that it's so funny in where I work in the Monven group at the Inn of Chagrin, we are not allowed to say the C word. So if Brett is watching me right now, he is cringing hearing me say the C word, but other stores and merchants call their people the C word.
So
it literally makes me cringe when I say it.
So
like
I came from a retail that we called our customers were actually guests.
Guests, that's what we have to do.
I do understand.
Okay, so I'm gonna stick with the guests. It's gonna make me feel better.
Yes, we don't
keep my job.
Yeah.
And so you move with the seasons. I just think that like I would have never thought that.
Yes.
In olive oil,
there are some seasonal olive oils, not as many, but part of that is our fused and infused oils. The fused oils mean that the flavor that's being added is actually being crushed with the olives. So we have blood oranges that they would be crushed with the olives at the exact same time. So if there's no blood oranges available when the olives are ready to be pressed, they can't make that flavor.
Okay.
So we have a handful of fused oils, and sometimes they will be out of season because that like bakludi pepper, it's a green chili pepper from North Africa. It's a spicy olive oil that is not always available. So our importer can't make it.
Okay.
So we have to.
So grab your bottles.
So that one. Rosemary sometimes runs out. It's another one that's a fused olive oil. So there are times, and then there's a couple that we do just carry. Smoked olive wood right now is a summer. It goes into the
smoked.
It's an olive wood smoked olive oil. It's got a little bit of like a cross between a mesquite and an oak flavor. So you get that smoky taste. It's not super strong on the smoky. It's one of my favorites. I love it on salmon.
Okay.
Yeah. But it also is great for potatoes. I think our suggested use card is actually to use it for potato salad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have guests that like I just so everyone knows, I haven't even looked at my questions yet because there's so much I need to know. When you're like everybody waits for pumpkin spice latte at a coffee shop coming in, are there flavors that guests are calling and saying when is the coming in, and what is that?
We actually had one that's now become a year-round flavor because it was so popular. We took it out of the summer blend and put it into regular line, which is our ripe peach.
Really?
It's so good though.
Too much peach schnapps in the 80s.
Well, it definitely isn't. Like, I know what peach schnapps taste like.
You and I think are the same age, so
we're right there.
Probably 80s.
But it was such a popular one that it became a regular line.
Would that be on pork chops or like what?
You could put it over fruit. A lot of the balsamics really do enhance fruit. So because there's no added sugar in balsamic, if you put it on your cantaloupe, it will just help bring out the natural sweetness of the cantaloupe.
Okay.
Without adding sugar to it. So I know when I grew up, and probably you did it too, we all put sugar on our fruit to help make it sweet, especially if it wasn't the sweetest batch of fruit that season or that particular round that you had at your house. I would say add a little balsamic. Let it sit for about 10 minutes to help bring out all the natural juices, and your fruit will be super sweet without needing to add sugar.
All right, so to water, to salmon, and to fruit so far.
Yeah. Or drizzled over cheese. I mean, balsamics have a lot of uses besides salad.
What flavor would we drizzle over cheese? And why isn't a cheese board here ready with our drink, with our lemon drops?
Let's start it. I missed the boat on that, Molly.
Yes, I feel like for as long as we've known each other,
I should have been
there should have been a cheese tray and a lemon drop.
You could do fig. Our black mission fig could go over like a brie. I mean, really, you could do any.
Right.
But That's the first one that popped into my
a
head.
fig on a goat cheese.
A goat cheese for sure.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. So what is a day in a life of a worker here at the Olive Scene? You guys are open at what time? 10
a.m.
And then
to
you
6 p.m.
close at 6. Are you
Except
7?
on Sundays. We are 11 to 4 on Sundays.
But you're open 7 days a week.
Right now we are open 7 days a week. And through the rest of the year, we will be.
Okay. Yeah.
7
January,
days.
February.
Maybe in January and February closed
we'll
on Mondays, but that's still under discussion.
Yeah.
So more to come.
Don't mark the calendar yet. If I am unable to make it down here to Chagrin Falls, which what? Where can I go online and shop
online? We do have a website.
Okay, and what is that? Just for our
www.theolivescene.com.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Very simple.
And would you ship something to me?
We do ship $12 flat rate to the continental United States.
Okay.
So Alaska and Hawaii, unfortunately, not included, but you can ship whatever fits in a box for $12. So it can be a lot of stuff or a small amount of stuff.
Or 2 big bottles or a whole bunch of mini bottles. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what does a day in the life of a worker look like?
Honestly,
just taking care of the guest.
Yeah, we take care of the guest. We want to educate our customers on why we exist in the first place, good quality olive oil and balsamic vinegar, and how to use it. And we bottled these ourselves. So we fill the foodie with the cube that arrives from our importer. And then the girls will fill the flavors of the oils and the vinegars in the sizes that we have here in the store so that they're ready to go when you walk in the door, and they don't need to be filled at that time.
Is it a grande and a venti or whatever else that
we actually use different terms.
But... Okay, thank God. What are our sizes?
So we have a mini. That's the mini one that you're talking about.
And so folks, they're right behind us, and we'll be showing a video. So you've got your mini.
And then a small, the mini is about a quarter cup, 2 ounces. It's something you can actually carry on an airplane.
Okay, good
without needing to check your bag.
Good to know for a gift.
Yes. And then the small is it's a little over 6 ounces, a little over 3/4 of a cup. And then our standard, which is the standard size that most people would buy, is a little over 1.5 cups. And then we have the large, which is a wine bottle. So when you know you love it, that's the one you want.
Commit. That's a commitment.
Yes.
And I did not realize that that olive oil goes bad.
Olive oil will go bad.
You shouldn't have it. That's why I'm looking at your jars. They're dark.
Right.
You shouldn't have it in a clear glass.
Light will affect your oil. Water actually affects your oil. So never refrigerate olive oil. The constant in and out of the refrigerator creates condensation, which will damage your oil or degrade your oil quicker. Heat will also affect your oil, and that's probably the top thing that will degrade your oil. So having it too close to a hot stove is actually not great. It's not the best place to store your oil.
Which I would think is probably the most common place.
Probably is. If you're using it in the cooking process, having it next to where you're working is fine, but just don't keep it there if you're getting a lot of heat. So I don't know if I said them all. Light, water, air, and heat are the things that will break down your oil. So a dark container is what you really want. Our oils, because they start at such a high quality, will hold up 18 months from crush. And we actually tell you the crush date on our unflavored oils. Those are called single varietals. We tell you when they were crushed to show you the freshness of the oil. We tell you that chemistry of the olive oil and some of the characteristics of that particular olive. What you might taste if you have a really good palate, and you can pick up little nuances. You might pick up some of we just have a new one that came in and it has a little bit of a banana flavor or a Granny Smith apple. You might pick those nuances up if you have a little bit of a palate. They're called super tasters that actually give us the descriptions. But those olive oils tell us that when they were crushed, and 18 months from that crush date, up to 2 years, and they should be perfectly fine, especially if you've kept them in a pantry. If you forget and it gets pushed back, if it's unopened, we would say use it in the next 3 to 6 months.
I think the fly that was here at the last interview came came along with me. He's back. He's back. What shocked you about olive oil that you learned as you're here?
Yes.
Is that where we were?
That's where we were. We were talking about what I was most surprised by.
Yes.
And before I started here, I was the girl that bought the olive oil at the grocery store that basically had no flavor.
Gotcha.
Zero. It was the lightest color possible that had the least amount of flavor. When I started here and I started learning what good quality olive oil is and understood the nuances of the olive oil, I did start on the mild end of our olive oils.
Right. You didn't hop right to the
habanero,
whatever.
But now I do enjoy a good robust olive oil, and I actually take a shot of olive oil as a health.
I know we talked about balsamic vinegar and the health benefits. What are the health benefits of olive oil?
Olive oil has something called a biophenol in it, and that's where your antioxidants and your anti-inflammatories are. It's where all the good quality product of the olive is, and it helps with helping fight cardiovascular disease, diabetes, again, good gut health.
What flavor do you shoot?
Well, I actually look at the highest biophenol. So the one that we just finished for the season, because this, again, it's harvested every 6 months. So we change varieties every 6 months. The one we just finished is called the Chitui olive. It comes out of Tunisia, and it has the highest biophenol that you can get in that season.
Any flavor?
No, it's a flavorless olive oil. Now, what you can do with an olive oil, the higher that biophenol, the more backbite the olive oil has. So you get a more peppery, it will scratch the back of your throat. Most likely will make you cough, but that's a good quality of the olive oil. So if you find the robust oils too strong, putting a couple drops of a balsamic in, the balsamic will sink, you shoot it, and the last part you drink is the balsamic. So it cuts out that bite, and you get the healthy parts of the olive oil
and the
balsamic as well. But it ends on a sweet note instead of a bite.
What is your favorite recipe? Oh, I know you just have to choose one now. Because I know it's going to be difficult for you, I will give you one olive oil recipe and one balsamic vinegar recipe. How about that?
Okay. It's still a challenge. So olive oil, one of the things, I don't really follow a lot of recipes. That's the problem, but I use it in my cooking. That we do.
Well, then what's something
do that? Now there is something on our website. I was just telling a customer about the other day, and it uses our olive oil. It's called a double chocolate banana bread. It's under desserts when you're on our website, just so you know. And it uses olive oil. So making an olive oil cake is fabulous. Your cake is nice and moist.
Sure.
This banana bread is to die for. And it uses just an unflavored oil in this case.
It's an unflavored oil.
You would use an unflavored. Typically, in this case, it would be a milder, so you don't get a lot of the pepperiness. And I was just telling a customer about the other day, and she pulled it up on her phone. She saved it. She's like, okay, I'm going to
go home and save it.
Yeah, it's
at the end. We always have bananas that go bad,
yes.
So we
this
take
is
them.
A perfect use for a ripe banana.
Is there a banana balsamic?
No, there isn't.
Why?
I don't know. I'll have to talk to Veronica Foods.
Yeah, because that would be amazing with my double chocolate or my dark chocolate and banana.
I'm going to have to see what their family is doing. Oh my gosh,
they are missing out on that. Okay, so what about best recipe for or how you use it the best for the balsamic?
Balsamic. You know, I tell you to think outside the salad bowl, but that is probably the biggest use for me on balsamics. And I actually love two that are probably an oil and a vinegar that are probably not what you would normally think for a salad dressing. Ooh. I use our smoked olive wood and our oregano balsamic as my salad dressing.
Interesting.
It's fabulous. A little more savory than sweet.
Okay.
But that is one thing I like to do. And our balsamics, another good way to use them is drizzling them on ice cream.
You talked about that.
Yeah.
Another great for the banana.
Yeah.
Another great one for the banana. Which one? So like the dark chocolate?
The
maybe?
dark chocolate would be great on it. A lot of customers. We actually have ice cream here at the store, so we will bring out a little bite for you to try. But
again,
another reason to come.
I don't see anything here.
I know. I'm sorry.
No cheese tray, no lemon drops, no ice cream.
Could have been dinner. Like
I know. I would have been
done.
I would have been done.
Blueberry is fabulous on
oh,
ice cream.
yeah, I could see that.
But it's also very good on oatmeal. If you find oatmeal kind of drab, little drizzle of blueberry balsamic over some sliced fruit on your oatmeal. It's really good, and you get all the benefits of the balsamic.
What is the best thing about working here in Chagrin Falls?
Oh, the community. The people that are always walking around town. We have a huge base of customers that are regulars, and they walk in and they enjoy hearing what we're sharing for that day. But we also have the people that are coming for the first time coming to Chagrin, and they wander in. They are like, "Oh, I thought maybe you carried olives," and we do. But they found out, you know, we have a tasting emporium here. So, and then they're thrilled because, again, we bring out all the samples that we help figure out how to mix and match the flavors.
Well, it's great to know that the small bottles are travel, because then I can be promoting our guests to come, that they could just get a small bottle.
It's a carry-on size.
Yeah.
So
that's
I don't know if airlines restrict how many ounces that size you can carry.
Right.
Someone actually asked me that the other day, and I said you'd probably have to check with your specific airline, but it is it's a 2-ounce bottle. Okay. So you can totally carry it on.
If someone's brand new to the olive scene and only has a very limited, only can purchase one thing to start, what would be their one thing that you would suggest that they purchase?
I would say it should be an olive oil. I know when I started, I wasn't as familiar and comfortable with the unflavored oils. So I started with the flavored oils. And we have one, it's our Tuscan herb. It is a bestseller. We call it dinner in a bottle because you can just drizzle it over noodles. It's Tuscan seasoning, sun-dried tomato, and garlic infusion in your olive oil.
Okay, can you go get me a shot of that?
I can.
Everybody hang tight. I am not a shot. We've already established that to do a shot of olive oil does not please my palate. But when she said dinner in a bottle, since she didn't give me dinner, she's got one for herself, so we can cheers. We can cheers together. Okay.
So it's not a lot. Smell it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
First of all, wow. The smell alone is just garlic and oregano, maybe?
Well, yeah, it's one of the Tuscan seasonings. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
If you don't ask me what they are, because there's many of them. Basil's in there, probably rosemary. I should know them all.
This is crazy. Well, cheers to you. I'm glad you gave me the shorter one.
Put that over pasta.
Yeah,
cheese.
I definitely. I'm gonna
drop my
coconut chocolate.
Drop a little of it in there.
But it's very flavorful,
and it doesn't leave an oily taste in your mouth.
No,
that's the good quality that you're getting.
I mean, maybe I'll do a little. Could be lip gloss, right?
Yeah, olive oil is good for your skin.
Yeah. That's a good. I could see that on a chicken breast or something like that.
Yes.
Would you how would you do the chicken breast? Because obviously, when I do my olive, I would just sprinkle a little bit in the pan, and then I would put my chicken in. Is that what you're thinking?
You could do that, yes. Okay. Our oils can handle a minimum 405-degree temperature.
Okay.
So you can cook it that way.
Okay.
I oftentimes, when I'm making my chicken, I'll put the oil and then the seasonings on the chicken breast, and then put it in the oven or air fryer. I use the air fryer a lot.
So that's the one bottle when someone says, I'm only here.
It would be a place to start. It may be one of the other flavors. They may have a favorite, but we call it dinner in a bottle because you can drizzle it right on your noodles, do a little grated cheese.
If I said I came back and I can do now a vinegar.
Traditional balsamic with that is fabulous. It is considered a perfect pair. It's your traditional dark balsamic. There's no flavor added in that one. It's just your true balsamic. Or if you want a lighter, the lemon you were talking about earlier with that Tuscan is really a lovely combination.
Do you know that since I've been a child, we do vinegar for hiccups?
What?
It gets immediately. Instantly.
Okay.
Yes. So
I'll have to test that out.
It's at our house, because we obviously don't have a billion flavored. It was always white vinegar.
Yeah.
And it's literally a spoonful, sometimes just enough, depending how deep your hiccups are, just dipping it in. It's instant. Instant. And now my grandbabies do it, and
gonna have to test that out.
Please. And text. I want comments if you think that I'm not. I want you to try it. What do you love about being part of the Olive Scene family? So the owner is whom?
We had the original owners. There were 3 ladies that started the Olive Scene: Ann Ahrens, Alice Weingart, and Tracy Lockhart. Alice and Ann both retired a couple years ago. So Tracy is our owner.
Queen.
She's the queen. And, it's the education that I've received while I've been here, learning more about the products, being able to talk to customers and share my enthusiasm with them. I have repeat customers that try suggestions that I've had given them, and they come back and they're like, that was fabulous, and then they want to know the next thing.
I hope the lady's going to make banana bread, and she's coming back tomorrow with it. If you're watching 87 West Street at the Inn of Chagrin, please bring me some of that.
Next time I have some ripe bananas, Molly, I'll bring you some.
There's some sitting on the front desk that I forgot. Maybe I'll swing by and pick them up and grab. Are you ready for some? So I want to repeat. We are open 7 days a week, 10 to 6, but on Sundays, 11 to 4. Mm-hmm. And it is olivescene.com is your website. Correct. You could do some purchasing there.
You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
And they do recipes on there. So make sure, if you are visiting Chagrin Falls and you do come into the store, I highly suggest the coconut and the dark chocolate mixture, because it is phenomenal.
Okay, so I just have to ask you, does it taste a little like an almond joy?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know if I would have thought that, but now that you said that, 100%. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And get a bottle of the lemon and use it in your water, and just all the benefits, and ask questions when you're here. And just come and support this small local business. I mean, woman owned, locally owned.
Just had our 13th anniversary in June.
There's another location.
We have 2 other locations on
Rocky
the west
River.
side, Rocky River and Vermilion.
So
if you're up by the lake,
there's
a shop up there.
Is that Vermilion's the newest? No? Or are we the newest?
Vermilion actually, I think, opened a few months before us.
Okay.
So we were the last store to open of the 3.
All right. Are you ready for some fun rapid fire questions?
Okay, sure.
Okay, here we go. Oil or vinegar? What's your go-to?
Oil.
Favorite local spot in Chagrin Falls besides the Olive Scene?
I actually love Hedges.
Okay, I love it. Best cooking tip you've ever been given?
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
Today, Tracy, actually, we were talking about change of like the shape of the pan, like how do you adjust for like the temperature, like how long do you cook something?
Like a 9 by 13 or 8 by 8 or yeah.
So, and it didn't answer, the answer wasn't to that, but she was telling me about the density of cake and using eggs or butter or olive oil, and how the eggs or the butter, I think it was the butter, will make it fluffier and lighter in the crumb. I don't know. It's very interesting. I'm like, I had no idea.
But it did sound like you paid attention.
I didn't look at. I didn't.
Because you don't know what you're saying.
But it was like, I had no idea that I guess logic says that it would make sense, but I'm like, I didn't ever think about how the butter will kind of lighten it and
I think
whip
you
it.
and I are the same. Like we just like when it tells me salted or unsalted butter, I do not pay attention to crap like that. If it tells me make sure your milk is not cool or let it sit in room, does not have like I just
put your
throw
eggs
it
out.
up.
Yeah,
No,
just goes
I mean I think I will pay attention to egg yolk versus
oh yeah,
egg white. That seems to be important.
yes.
But all the other
The
stuff,
chilled factor, no.
no. Dinner party or a cozy night in?
Cozy night in.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Dream vacation destination?
Someplace on a beach.
Mm-hmm. One food you could eat every day and never get sick of?
Chocolate.
And don't say olive.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. If one celebrity that you would love to come in here and you can teach them all about your olive oil and your balsamic, who would that be?
Well, when Taylor was in town, she should have swung by.
Yes, she did.
Yeah,
She did swing by us, but
well, they're engaged now. So.
Yeah, I did hear that. I hear the wedding's supposed to be in Chagrin Falls.
Oh, well,
so, a cookbook. So Taylor Swift would be your
Taylor Swift was local here not that
yes,
long ago.
Yes, she was. I think everyone knows that.
I'm pretty sure.
Everyone. I mean, I think people in
it made the news.
I got a Google alert whenever the inn or my name is mentioned in the news, and I got a Google alert from IndiaNews.com.
Oh wow!
Because I was interviewed at that, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
A cookbook you love or always reach for?
Betty Crocker.
I think we've already learned that we don't follow.
I don't, but Betty Crocker.
Betty Crocker. That's the white and red.
Like
original.
Mom gave that to me probably when I went. I don't know, maybe when I finished college. I don't know.
No, that's a rite of passage right there.
I've got some
notes?
Regularly used pages.
Some extra torn and crinkled pages.
But otherwise, I Google things.
Okay.
Yeah. Find recipes on.
Any family fun traditions that you have?
Well, when our family gets together for the holidays, we always have a puzzle going.
Love that.
And we always gather around the table. We can stay at the dinner table forever, even if the food's all gone. Yeah. We're still chatting. And the only reason I think we get up is because our butts are getting sore.
Yes.
And then we just move it into a different room.
Yeah.
But there's always a puzzle going. We always play games. That's how we grew up. We always had some kind of game that we were, and I think we all try to outdo each other when it comes to like finding the biggest puzzle or the most complicated puzzle.
What's the biggest puzzle?
Well, I mean, we typically have like 1,000-piece puzzles, but the thing is we're only together probably for 48 hours, and we have to finish before we're all separate.
You get it done.
It has to be done. Yeah. Like that's
or no one's leaving.
It's the mission.
That's why no one's leaving the table. If you could only have one bottle, and yes, I will ask for both. If you're stuck on an island for the rest of your life, and you can only have one bottle, an endless bottle of balsamic vinegar, which one would it be?
Pomegranate quince.
I just had that. I think it's out.
It's a summertime flavor. Out. Yeah, it might be getting low. Sorry, girls and boys out there.
And then what about, same question for the olive oil? And you can't have the dinner in a bottle because we've already.
Yeah, no. I would probably go with like Chatouille is actually one of my favorites that we just finished for the season. It's unflavored. But
when you say unflavored, why?
It's the flavor of the olive that you're getting.
Okay, I was going to say, then why do we call it something else?
It's called a single varietal because it's one type of olive that's been crushed.
The olive has the flavor.
Correct. The olive, the flavor of that particular varietal is coming from the olive. So it's a Chatouille olive that's been crushed to create a Chatouille olive oil.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
And it's just the amount of flavor you get from a high quality olive like that. That's produced well, like not picked in the rain, not picked off the ground. It's
How do you
crushed
pick
very.
an olive? Is it
So
come on a branch?
It comes. It's a tree.
Yeah.
It's a fruit. Technically, the olives are fruits.
Oh, breaking news.
And the way Veronica Foods sources and processes the olives, she works with the farmers. They pick and crush within 6 hours of picking, like, and possibly even shorter in some varietals. So it's pressed where it wouldn't damage anything. So the longer an olive sits on the tree, the more olive oil you'll get from it, but the lower the quality of the olive oil. So picked quickly, first pickings, crushed very quickly, and it just adds to the health of the olive oil. So your flavor is coming from the olive and not an infusion of a flavor.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
And I do need to make sure that we mention before we leave here, not only do they have olive oil and balsamic vinegars, but there are so many other things, cheese trays, cheese platters, not cheese trays, cheese platters. They do have olives in jars. I'm just looking around.
Pastas, sauces.
Pastas, the one tank trip I call them, but they're not.
It's just dinner in a pouch.
Seasoning, everything is in there. You just literally throw it. They're so good.
One pot.
I'm looking at peanuts and pretzels, and then there's just like ceramic bowls and seasonal napkins. So there's just so much more than just the olive oil and the balsamic vinegar. And you guys do. I'm reading this. You do some tasting. That's all the time. So come in and just enjoy.
Yes.
Spend some time.
And we do love putting gifts together.
Yes,
so,
that season coming up.
We're moving into the holidays. Our ladies at the warehouse
they're ready.
They're packaging things up now. We're starting already to get them assembled and making sure we have all the right products on hand.
Nice.
So, and we can customize. So if you have something special, we can do that too.
So make sure that you come out to Chagrin Falls and you visit the olive scene. And then Tracy always pops in. She's the owner and she pops in every once in a while. So make sure you stop in and support this woman-owned local business here in Chagrin Falls, Ohio. And if you can't get to it, but you're watching and you want to taste, visit them on theolivescene.com and do some online shopping, and they'll ship it right to you. Make sure you call the store if you have questions about what to get. Don't be afraid.
And if you've purchased in the past and you don't know what to do with the bottle, all the girls here can help you with suggestions. So
can you bring a bottle back and get it refilled?
We don't refill the bottle you're bringing back, but we do have a recycle program. So the only bottles we don't take back are our minis. But all the other sizes, bring them back clean and dry, and we give you $1 toward your next bottle for each bottle you bring.
Bonus.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, this has been a pleasure.
Always nice to see you,
Thank
Molly.
you. And we'll see everybody on the streets of Chagrin Falls. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.